So one of the problems that we see is unrealistic expectations in contract requirements. Recently, I read a contract that asked that we provide insurance coverage for all the liability that we would assume in the contract, in the indemnity portion of the contract, and the rest of the contract. And as you know, it's not possible to insure all the risks that you take as a contractor on a project. There's not a product that you can buy that provides all of that kind of coverage. And so for us, that's a challenge because we're starting a new project and we already have unrealistic expectations that we're not going to be able to satisfy. And that's a big issue. It seems like that comes up so frequently that someone's gotten the idea that either you can insure a risk or that perhaps you want to cede a risk to a contractor in a particular manner. That's just not possible. It's challenging because, of course, the owner wants what they want, and it's hopefully going to be a negotiated project when you have this kind of situation come up, where you do actually have the opportunity to have a conversation about the contract language. In a hard bid situation, you're going to end up with one of two things. Either you decline to bid the job because you know you don't qualify. Maybe you have three things. You're going to bid the job with your insurance policies as they are and say nothing. Or you bid the job with your insurance policies, you say nothing, and the owner says, well, where's that evidence that this covers all of the indemnity and liability you're assuming? And you then have to have that tough conversation with them. Because if you don't have someone who's receptive to the idea of it, and then again, in a hard bid situation, it's not about the conversation, it's about the number and being a qualified bidder, you don't really get that opportunity. So we try very hard to provide what we believe is a full service to our clients, be they general contractors if it's my subcontractor divisions, or owners if it's my general contractors, that we try very hard to have the opportunity to have a conversation with them if they're going to be open to it, and provide them perhaps with some information that is a little bit different perspective than what they heard from their professionals who are working for them, to give them that other information and ask them, please go back to them and talk to them about it and make sure that they tell you the same thing I'm telling you. I'm not trying to tell you anything that's not accurate. We frequently see archaic requirements with respect to what someone wants us to provide as proof of insurance. For example, someone wants an archaic version of an additional insured endorsement. The CG 2010-1185 will never go away, I don't think, because in many people's minds, that provided the best possible protection that you could get for an additional insured endorsement. And it's many times referenced still in contracts today in 2015. Okay? But at the same time, it's not really possible to get that particular endorsement anymore. And even when the contract says or equivalent, there's no equivalent. You could get something that is similar that also provides coverage for ongoing and completed operations. But that's an issue. And I don't know if it gets perpetuated because people are just lazy and they don't like to change their contract forms because it is an awful lot of work. Or if that, again, they've perhaps gotten incorrect advice that this is what you should be shooting for.